It all begins on a dark night in the forest of Blackmore, England. Benjamin Talbot wanders among the trees, seemingly in search of something. Suddenly, a creature bursts out of nowhere and attacks him. Panicked, Benjamin flees, shouting for help, but with each stride he grows weaker, until the savage beast catches him and strikes with abominable cruelty. Meanwhile, in London, Laurence Talbot delivers a lecture on ancient relics. Among the audience is Gwen Conliffe, Ben's fiancée, watching intently. Later, in his dressing room, she bursts in and introduces herself. Laurence asks if Ben is with her. Troubled, she admits no one knows where he is. That is why she has come, to ask for his help. Surprised, he dismisses the others to speak privately. Gwen reveals that Ben has been missing in Blackmore for over a month, and since she knew Laurence was in London, she hoped he could help. When he asks if his father sent her, she insists she came of her own accord. She adds that on the night Ben disappeared, 2 villagers were brutally murdered. She begs him to intervene. Though sympathetic, Laurence refuses, explaining he is soon leaving for the United States. Gwen reminds him this is his brother, then leaves, remarking bitterly, "You must have a gift for fighting imaginary demons. Mine are all too real." The next day, Laurence boards a train to Blackmore. Overcome by fatigue, he dozes off, dropping a photograph of himself, Ben, and their mother. An elderly man picks it up and strikes up a conversation, asking if the woman is his mother and whether he plans to visit her. Laurence explains she died soon after the picture was taken, and that his father and brother still live near Blackmore. The man notices his cane, a finely crafted piece, and offers to trade for it. Laurence politely refuses. At the next stop, the man forgets his cane, and Laurence takes it along. At the family estate, he is greeted by the barking of a dog, then by Sir John Talbot, his father, armed and clearly unaccustomed to unexpected visitors. John guesses he has come about Ben and, with sorrow, tells him he is too late, his brother is dead. Singh, the loyal servant, promptly offers his assistance. Laurence goes to the village to view the body. The butcher hands over Ben's belongings without a word. Horrified by the savagely mutilated corpse, he leaves and overhears a heated discussion in the tavern. Colonel Montfort speculates about a clever murderer staging the attacks as an animal kill. Kirk blames a gypsy bear, while Reverend Fisk speaks of inhuman wounds, monstrous in nature. McQueen defends the gypsies, recounting how 25 years ago his father fought a beast impervious to bullets and forged silver ammunition. Montfort mocks a werewolf, perhaps? Another man slanders the Talbots for their gypsy ties, and Montfort insults Laurence's mother, calling her a gypsy whore. Enraged, Laurence smashes a glass and challenges one of them outside. Before being thrown out, he shouts that his mother was no harlot. The drinkers then realize who he is. That evening, at dinner, father and son exchange barbed remarks. John urges him to leave the past behind. "It's a jungle of horrors," he says. Later, Laurence shows his father a medallion he found on Ben. John explains it depicts a gypsy saint, and that Ben often acted as a go-between with their community. The next day, as Laurence returns Ben's belongings to Gwen, a childhood memory overwhelms him, the night he followed a noise and found his mother dead. The following day, Benjamin's funeral takes place. Later, by the river, Gwen confides that John is distant because she reminds him of Laurence's mother, just as Laurence does. Perhaps that is why he sent him to America after a stay in a psychiatric hospital. Gwen considers leaving, but Laurence insists on staying until the truth is known. That night, despite his father's warning about the full moon, Laurence heads to the gypsy camp. An old gypsy advises him to stay away, speaking through a child interpreter. He shows the medallion to Maliva, the gypsy woman. The arrival of hostile villagers sparks tensions, when suddenly, the creature attacks, slaughtering men and animals. Laurence rescues a woman, then chases a child into the woods, only to be bitten in the neck by the beast. It is driven off, but the gypsies warn that such a bite cannot be cured, unless a true love can break the curse. Back home, Gwen tends to his wounds, and he heals with unnatural speed, puzzling the doctor. Singh shows him silver bullets, murmuring, "Sometimes the monsters hunt you." Inspector Francis Aberline arrives to question him, skeptical, suggesting his wounds came from a violent delusion. Laurence snaps back and dismisses him. Later, a group of men tries to take Laurence by force, but John drives them away at gunpoint. Fearing for Gwen, Laurence urges her to return to London. In the village, preparations are made, traps and silver bullets ready. That night, Laurence follows John into the crypt, where his father confesses he locks himself there on full moons, for he was bitten in India by a wild child and has killed both his wife and Ben. Furious, Laurence threatens him. John coolly reminds him that tonight is another full moon. Imprisoned, Laurence transforms before witnesses at the asylum, becoming the Wolfman, killing Dr. Honegger, and escaping to unleash terror on London. Aberline gives chase. At dawn, Laurence finds Gwen and tells her the truth. They confess their love, but he must return to Blackmore. Determined to save him, Gwen visits Maliva, who says there is no cure. Love, however, can make the ultimate choice, condemn or free. That night, Laurence enters the family home to find Singh dead. He arms himself with silver bullets. Soon, father and son face each other, the gun fails, John beats him with the cane, and both transform into werewolves, their battle setting the house ablaze. Laurence finally decapitates John. Gwen arrives, Aberline fires, but Gwen deflects the shot and flees into the forest, pursued by the beast. The Talbot estate burns as hunters and hounds close in. At the river bank, Gwen calls out to Laurence's humanity. Distracted, he is shot. In her arms, he becomes human again and tells her it was his destiny, before dying. Aberline, now bitten, understands his fate. As the Talbot house burns, a lone howl echoes through the night. Gwen ends with a gypsy proverb, "To kill a beast is no sin." But where does the man end, and the beast begin?